yes, if someone can answer them.
Okay.
Because most of what they were talking about is Alberta. I don't know if there's anyone here who can
One
address
comment
any.
there.
Yes.
One quick comment there, Rich. I'm not a wonk on that stuff. There's so many separatist and independence movements going on.
Right.
I mean, all over the world. Never mind. The one I'm familiar with is Washington State. I lived in Washington State for 30 years, more than 3 decades up in the Seattle area. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what. You want to see a grease fire? You see King County, Seattle. They're running the state basically, and it's just awful. And Olympia, the capital, I think it's 13 County. But it's called it's called the State of Liberty up in Washington State, because Washington's divided in half with the Cascades. East of the mountains, you got MAGA people. West of the mountains, you got Seattle running the show. It's just awful. It's awful. So when you
look at the West Coast, it's the coastal cities versus the rest of the state. Now, my question is, what does it take for this as part of the state to secede? I mean, the last case we had was West Virginia. Yeah. And, we had a case where, West Virginia was coal miners and stuff, and where the rest of the state, that Richmond capital, only focused on tobacco, all right? And so tobacco and cotton. So West Virginia, when Virginia seceded, West Virginia took advantage of it and became a union state. How are you going to pull it off in Washington?
I don't think I'm the old conservative guy. I'd never go to Vegas on anything like that. But I will tell you this, because I've looked at it a little bit. Number one, the only game in town is Alberta 51. They can do it. I mean, they can do it. Mark it down, write it down, put it on your calendar. But in the separatist movements around there, you got the state of Washington, which is it's called the State of Liberty movement. You got Cascadia, British Columbia, Washington, and Oregon. You got New Nevada going on. You got Greater Idaho going on, which is Idaho,
Greater
Oregon,
Idaho,
California. I don't think there's any chance of that stuff, Rich. I don't think so. But there is for Alberta 51. There you go. I'll leave it at that.
Well, and I've heard that it's because Canada really didn't come together like the United States with a constitution. It was the way it came together allows it to break up.
Correct. And we see borders change all the time around the world. Ottawa won't know what it's got till it's gone. I wrote a piece a while back, is the disrespect from Ottawa to out west. It's awful, the disrespect that those Albertans get. Mm-hmm. And I just say, you know what, guys? The United States is right here. You've just been dating the wrong girlfriend all these years. Now, the United States, we'll respect you in the morning, man. And it's true. It's true. It's true that treatment those people get from Ottawa is a shame. It's a shame. It's a disgrace.
I shared with James and Father Michael a YouTube video that talked about the geography and demographics of Canada, and what it pointed out is Western Canada culturally identifies more with the United States than it does with Quebec and Ottawa. You're right.
Well, there's no doubt. It's the cattle drives, the Iowas, very much Americanized out west. Period. And of course, as you know, we had this chat last broadcast. Rich, is Britain just assumed Western Canada? They were illiterate. It was the tribes. They were illiterate. They didn't know what was going on. And of course, the founding fathers we'd had that chat about the 13th colony with Quebec. That they always welcomed them back. So here you go. That's why it's in the founding documents that they welcome them back. That's why I say Alberta 51 is the best shot. Best shot.
Yeah.